I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat this yummy peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. Dawson just had an allergic reaction. Follow me if you want to learn more.
Hello, my name is Mr. Dr. Dawson. I'm here to teach you about food allergies. Food allergies are caused by an overreaction of the immune system. This is when a protein that's present on a food allergen interacts with a T cell or a B cell and triggers the release of histamine. The protein that causes the food allergy binds to a protein called immunoglobulin E, which is an antibody meant to fight parasites. A protein that causes an immune response is called an antigen. In this case, the harmless protein from the food is the antigen. The part of the protein that binds to the immunoglobulin E is called an epitope. The symptoms you see in a food allergy is caused by the release of histamine, which is stimulated by the binding of protein in food to immunoglobulin E. Histamine binds to various receptors on cells, causing inflammation and contraction of smooth muscle, which can cause constriction of areas and causes the choking when somebody has an allergic reaction. Yes, Dawson?
Mr. Dr. Dawson, what about food processing? Does that have any effect on food allergies?
Yes, certain food processing, such as the ones in heat up food and cooking, denature the tertiary structure, and thus can have an effect on the allergicness of the proteins. These proteins react with sugars to form the different flavor compounds in the browning in a process known as the Maillard reaction.
This heating and changing of the molecular structure has an effect on the allergenicity of the protein. The epitopes may become more or less exposed, making binding to immunoglobulin E more or less likely. The sugars react with the protein on the food molecules when heated up, causing a change in tertiary structure when the temperatures exceed 90 to 100 degrees Celsius. With the changes in molecular structure of the protein from the Maillard reaction, you could be allergic to only cooked peanuts or raw peanuts, for example.
We can determine the structure of these denature and the Maillard reaction products through nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy.
These altered proteins can be examined through nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, also known as NMR, in which the molecular shape is determined through the hydrogen sites on a high electronegative molecule. Because all nucleus spin, an electric field is created. This electric field can be acted on with magnetic fields, and the fluctuations resulting are because the proton aligns with either the external or internal magnetic field. This helps create a two-dimensional shape of the molecule that scientists can use to design a three-dimensional shape, and this shape allows them to look in the molecule in more detail, specifically looking at the placement of bonds in the geometry.
The difficulty in assessing the benefits or drawbacks of processing foods in regards to allergenicity is that the changes in tertiary structure of proteins has been shown to both make people less likely to have an allergic response, while others may be only allergic to the changed structure of the processed food. In some people, a food after it is processed could cause a severe allergic reaction, which might lead some people to view the processing of food as a negative. However, it may be the processing of a food that allows them to no longer be allergic to a certain food. Additionally, the processing of food has other necessary benefits to the food industry, such as allowing foods to last longer before spoiling, or adding nutrients and vitamins that weren't present in the food before.